Hey guys! So I've been getting a lot of questions asking me about my musical style and what inspires me and what my biggest musical influences are. So I thought I would make a little video and tell you guys a little bit more about myself and hopefully answer some questions at the same time. First off, how would I describe my musical style? I would describe it as pop music with rock and R&B undertones. When I'm writing for myself, I do like to incorporate a lot of different aspects and elements from different genres. I like to mix it up and try for a different sound. A lot of my vocals are quite R&B tinted, and a lot of the instruments and how I use them are quite rock and classic rock sounding. So that's how I would describe my musical style. I have done some collaborations in the past which are a bit more hip-hop, R&B, rap oriented, or more rock or more dance sounding, but when I'm writing for myself I definitely do go for more of a pop sound with the rock and R&B undertones. Next question is, what are my biggest musical influences? I've listened to a lot of classic rock from an early age and growing up. I love a lot of 60s music and a lot of music from that era in general. I also do like a lot of oldies. I listen to a lot of jazz and the Rat Pack as well growing up. But I would say my biggest musical influences would definitely be the Beatles, the Stones, and the Beach Boys. Just because I've listened to them all from a very early age. I've listened to them throughout my childhood, growing up. They're some of my favorite artists ever, and I just love it. It's very classic. I love their music. I also just love a lot of the sound of 60s in that era. A lot of those bands like The Doors, The Faces, Donovan, Led Zeppelin, just a lot of that kind of music. I grew up listening to a lot of that, so I love that sound, but I would definitely say that those three bands are my biggest influences. Next question is, how would I describe my songwriting process? This is actually a really good question because every artist goes at it from their own way and quite differently a lot of the times. Me personally, my songwriting is quite temperamental. It really, I have to wait for my inspiration to come a lot of the time, but when I write, my writing is very, very melody-based. My songs are all quite melody-based. I write usually with just my voice, and I don't usually use an instrument when I'm writing. I usually just try and write my melody and my lyrics first before incorporating any other instruments. I'm very old-fashioned. I like to write down on a piece of paper with a pen. I don't like to type it out or anything. But I do write down either all of my lyrics or most of them, most of the melody. I figure all of that out first, and then I start to incorporate the drums and the beat and the chords and the bass. That's when I start to build it out into more of what you guys hear as a finished project or product. But that's definitely how I start off all of my songs, with the melody and the lyrics. Very basic. And that's just how I do it. I do sometimes write with a preconceived notion of what I'd like my song to be about. Either, something I'd like to comment on or just an idea I feel I should be writing about. But usually it's when inspiration strikes and whatever comes out is what I start writing about. And that goes to the next question, which is, what inspires me? I get inspired by anything and everything. It really depends on the day, on how I'm feeling. It could be something I feel like getting off my chest. It could be something I'm going through personally, or something that people around me are going through, something that I see, something that I heard. It could be a song that inspires me and the way it makes me feel, a movie. It could be a passage that I read in a book. It really depends, but I do base my songwriting all on personal experiences, either of my own or of people around me, like friends and family. I like to write based on truth because I feel it's very therapeutic. It's a good way of trying to figure things out and get things off my chest, and I feel it's more relatable rather than just writing about a situation that might not have happened to me, where I might not have the deep feelings or connections or experiences connected to it to really, take it somewhere else. So I do write based on truth and personal experiences, but my inspiration comes from all different avenues. If I'm searching for inspiration sometimes and need like a little boost, I do like to listen to things that I've never listened to before, genres or songs or artists that I don't normally listen to, or go see things or do things that I don't normally do, because it can help me tap into other emotions and feelings or situations that I wouldn't normally explore. So that's where my inspiration comes from. Hopefully you guys got the answers that you wanted, and I've tried to be as thorough as possible. So I just wanted to let you guys know a little bit more about me and my music and where it all comes from. So if you have any more questions, definitely feel free to ask away, and I'll do my best to get you the answers that you'd like to know. So have a great day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!